Alright, welcome back to Tomb Raider 2013 mod. How about that? We have come back for some more. Now, previously, last time, at the very end of the recording, that we ended up in the Mountain Pass area, which is part of a new map, as well as reaching to a camp that will look like a campfire. Or another way of saying it, it will be like a specific pot of soup that we cooking or something. Yes, it's like a pot with some soup that's been cooked quite well for dinner, which is right here. This little thing right here, which will allow you to see in the middle of the screen that you'll find skills, skill points, and salvage. Now, salvage is basically for you to upgrade your weapons with. Basically, that's what it's for. And the skills are basically for you to do some special stunts and stuff. Now, previously, that we end up opening some salvage crates to give me some salvage, and as well as one of them gave me a second part of a bow that has been changed into another name, but instead of being wood, it's a bit metal. A metal bow. As well as, when I opened another one, it gave me a part of a rifle, which allows you to find 3 parts of it, basically, but I've only grabbed one part of it. And also, when I was at an area which was called the Mountain Village, in the middle of the recording, I end up grabbing some bits and pieces in the Mountain Village, which was some bits and pieces that you'll find a picture on the right hand side where it will say Mountain Village, and where it will say 52% complete with some things on there. Now, what I mean by that, it will show you camps for you to upgrade your weapons as well as fast travel, but also with the camp that is right on this one, which is the Mountain Pass, which will look like a campfire burning, or some soup that I'm set about with Lara sitting down by there, which allow you to not have any fast travel whatsoever. So what you want to do is look for a camp that will look like a tent that you need to look for. Okay, so the tent will allow you to use 3 things: skill points, fast travel, and salvage. Basically, that's what that's for. But also with the Mountain Pass, there is also some documents on the right hand side again with the list of things that's on there, where they will look like a book for the documents to allow you to say, hang on, I need to look for a document that will be a book. So basically you want to search for those, but there's also 7 of them. With the camps there is 5 of those. So next one down with the documents is their relics, which is shaped like a whiskey glass for you to put your wine in, even though they're not exactly for you to put whiskey in, but yes, it's just an example basically. And you're going to need to look for 6 of those, even though I've done 2 of them so far. Next of all, down the list is GPS caches. Now, once again, you're going to have to grab 15 of them bloody things. But also, with every other map that is around it, if every map there is, like this one down here, and also as I'm moving the L3 down, the picture on the right hand side of the screen changes, which allows you to see different things on there. Like this one here, it'll show you Crystal Forest with 53% with couple of other things on there, like the camps, documents, relics, GPS caches, and another set of 3 different things on there. So as I'm pushing the L3 up, it will change to mountain TE word with only 6 things on there. So every time when you're moving, there's different things on there. So there's 7 things on this one, which is the mountain village that I was reading down. So also when you grab all the GPS caches in every single flicking map with the Tomb Raider games, which is the old classics, with Tomb Raider 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 5 and 6, where you'll find Lara to say aha. So basically you want to grab every single one of them for you to get that word. Also the next one down, which is tombs. And also speaking about tombs, that I completed the second one to make 2 out of 2. So previously, when I did that last one, I end up grabbing one part of a pistol that you will end up having. Alright, also, when I did that too, it gave me 1250 XP to boost up my skill points, which is basically on the bottom of the left hand side screen, which will show you in number 3 on there, which will say skill points, and below that, which will be shaped like a nut with your salvage, which I'll get to soon. So 1 tomb will allow you to have a pistol part, and the other one, whenever you do it, will give you some salvage and some XP. Just only a certain number, which is exactly 1250. How about that? How about that? Right, below the tombs, you'll find a challenge, which has not been complete yet, which is allows you to do 10 of them, but we've only done 6 of them, which is basically to do with lighting up some statues, basically, which is what I've done previously. And also the next one down, which is the only one that's left to be read out, which is eggs. And there's also, those are a challenge as well. So you're going to have to find 5 eggs, which previously I have only grabbed 3. So basically that is what this list is done. And also previously that I used some skills, which was with a couple of skills that's linked up to the bottom set on the bottom screen, where you'll find 3 things, which I will go to the left hand side, which will look like a mountain. Next one along, when I'm using L3 pushing it towards the right, where you'll find a shape of a head, and the next one along towards the right, where you'll find a shape of a knife. And also go into the knife. Previously I did use, I'll go to the head for example, but I did use this one right here, which is basically for more time with your bow. This is what I used. And also I used this one right here. If you look at the bottom of the screen, which is where you'll find a list of different things on there, and I'll explain those in a few moments. But also this one that I've used with a number, which you'll find on the left hand side of the screen, which will show number 3 right there, which will say how many you've got, which is basically how many skills that you can use whenever you want. Alright, so the one I did use, which is this one, which again was about your salvage, which where you'll find some boxes, as in big, large silver boxes and a square box, which will look like a yellow colour. And also, basically, this one, if you haven't selected it already, because as you can see at the bottom of the screen with a number above the selection set, which have some ticks on them. Now, basically what I'm going to do is read them out once again. So, what I'll do is move L3 towards the very end of the left side. And also, the first one is shaped like a bird beak or something. But yes, it is a bird. And also this one, if you haven't selected it already, this will allow you to find things even easier. But it doesn't involve your map. Okay, so what I mean by that is that when you select this one, you will be able to find a tube with some arrows in there. You'll be able to find your salvage crate boxes easier. You'll be finding birds, your chickens, your wolves, and some deers. So you'll be able to find all sorts of things in dark areas, which is where you're going to have to use L1 to do that. Okay, so you want to, if you try and figure out where your freaking things are, well, you want to use this one to basically allow you to find it easier. Okay, next one along, which is shape of a plant, which has been ticked off already. And this will allow you to get your XP, like the number 3 on the left hand side, every time when you select a plant or select a rabbit or a chicken or a deer or any animal. It will allow you to have XP boosted up even higher than usual. Alright, so to start off with, if you're a first time player, I suggest you pick this one to start off with to boost up your XP up even higher for your skills. Okay, because if you haven't selected it, then you'll get 5 for a plant, and with a wolf you'll collect 20, and with a deer, if you select it, you get 20 as well, and some other ones around, and you'll collect a certain amount of skills that for your XP to be boosted on those things. So basically, if you select this one for a wolf, instead of having 20, you'll get 30 from an extra 10 that goes on top of that. And with a wolf, with the deer, you killed it, and you'll select 20 XP for that one that hasn't been ticked yet. And if you selected it, you'll get 50 XP right there. And the plants, again, if you haven't selected it, you'll have 5 XP. And if you select a plant by selecting this one to go with a tick, you'll get a 10 or even more than that, possibly. But yeah, that's what that's for. Next one along is basically salvage crates with the orange, yellow colour box, as well as the silver boxes for you to have some salvage. Basically, that's what you're looking for that. Next one along, which is to do with animals and some salvage as well, which basically allows you to grab some salvage to upgrade your weapons instead of using silver boxes and the other boxes around the place for you to do that. So if you're first time player, I suggest you pick that for your weapons to be increased. Okay, because if you're first time player, you won't be collecting any, basically. Okay, as well as I've played this a load of times, I'm still going to have to select it because otherwise it won't give it to me. Right, next of all, this is to do with arrows. Now, if you're a first time player and you pick up your boat from the first recording I've done to show you where it is and how you can collect it, then you have got it. But it won't be ticked, as well as if you pick up your boat and you'll have a certain number, which is, say, if you had 3 arrows to start off with and you haven't selected this one with killing a deer with 3 arrows fired and killed it, and when you get large to stab it, you won't be collecting no arrows whatsoever. So I suggest you select this one so you can collect your 3 arrows back, or the game might say, screw you, I'll just give you the 1. And say, oi, that's not enough. How rude. So basically you want to select this one so you can get your arrows back, but yeah, it just depends on how the game wants to play. Alright, so basically that's what that's for. Next along, which is to do with the head. So what I mean by that, you can just push L1 or R1 to keep shoving it back and forwards to whatever skill sets that you want. Alright, so like I say, if I push B or circle, which will bring these 3 sets up. Alright, so you don't have to keep flicking doing that all the time. Alright. Right, also, what I'll do is go back to the mountain symbol, which shows you 9 different sets of them around the place. Now, also on the left hand side of the page of the screen, which will show you a shape of a knife, and below the shape of the knife it will show you buy 1 more to unlock. So I'm not going to select none of those just yet, because I'm going to show you that the rest of the other 4, they're flicking locked basically. So alright, fine, I have them locked, but like I say, you can use any one you want, it's up to you. So 5 are unlocked for you to select, whichever ones you want, or whatever sort of one you want, then that's up to you. Right, next of all is on the head, which has got 2 that are unlocked, and the other 6, they're flicking locked. But also, like I said previously on my last recording, I used 2 skill points, which is basically for this one, which is the bow, for more time. Alright, so also, like I said, with the salvage crate, big boxes, well, is the one I used for the skill to give me a lot more salvage from them. Alright, so that's what I did. So also, once again, with this one, with the bow, it will give you more time for you to just hold L2 and R2 pushed in. Okay, L2 is basically the axe ready to whatever you're going to fire an arrow at, whatever you want to kill, basically. And also with R2 pushed in, which allows Lara to pull the string back with the arrow that's in there. And also, I'm going to say that you have 5 seconds, for example, with the bow when you haven't selected this one already. And when you've got L2 already pushed in to aim at wherever you want to aim at, to kill a deer or whatever, and you hold the R2 with it, the time will tick down. And if you want to try and kill a deer, and the deer starts to walk around the place when you're trying to go for the head of the deer to kill it, and the time still ticks down when you've already pulled that R2 in with that L2 that's been pushed in, and the time will tick down. If you've got 2 seconds and the deer starts to flick and run away like it does, and say, oi, get back here, and you want to go for the head, and the time runs down to 0, ping, off goes the arrow, and that's it, wasted. So you might want to select this one, but even though if you haven't ticked it, it's not really 5 seconds, it's more than that. It's probably about 15 seconds, I think, something like that. Something stupid. But yeah, if you want more time, use this one and select it. Next one along, on the head, which is basically ammo capacity, which allows you to carry more, but even though it hasn't been ticked. So with the pistol that I've got, which allows me to carry 50 bullets to use whenever I want, and with the bow you'll have 20 arrows to use, and with the WWI gun, which allows me to use 90 bullets, I believe, but I haven't checked that yet, but I'm pretty sure it does. So if you want to use this, then you can grab some more if you want. Next along, I've already used this one with a tick, which is the last one with a knife symbol on it, which this one allows you to take more punishment before you flicking die with animals or people that wants to kill you with powerful weapons. So you might want to use this to allow you to take some more. Alright, and last of all, which is this one right here, which hasn't been ticked yet. Now this one allows you to get lower up, to use a fist to grab a stone or something, but I'm pretty sure it's a rock, for you to just push the Y or triangle for allow to do that, and basically you will be able to just do some punishment to someone or whatever. And also, last of all, which is your salvage, once again, which is to do with the bow. Now, when I said I opened a box that gave me a part of the bow, which I did previously did have only 2 skills to use, but I can use 4, which is what you can use. And also, on my previous recording, I grabbed some string for the bow for it to use, some strength to pull things down, where I met Roth, and where before I met Roth, shall we say, and you could just get the lyre to pull the string and rip the door off, because the door had some string for you to allow you just rip things off, which was just free, as in you don't have to pay no salvage whatsoever, you've got it for free. And also at the bottom, with it will say 1 out of 4 complete. So like I said, with the bow, with the string, it will have a tick on it, so you don't have to do no salvage. So the rest of them are basically to be used with salvage that you're going to have to waste. Also on the left hand side, where you'll find the name of it, which is RECUVE, whatever that kind of thing says. Reserve bow, I think, something like that. But also below that, which will say find 2 bow parts, which is exactly what you're going to have to do again. But previously, when I did open a box with the salvage, I would only have this one in the middle, as well as this one right here, which is allows you to do certain things on it. Alright, so I'm not going to use any salvage whatsoever at the moment, but also I'm going to go through these. Okay, so when I opened a salvage crate, it gave me only 1 part of the bow, which I'll explain very soon, because I'm going to read this one out first, because at the minute, the one that's got a plus on there, which allows you to do some damage with your bow, as well as the arrow itself. So what I mean by that is that when you push the R2 in, when you push it in, and the arrow is quite sharp for the arrow to go through someone's head, basically, and kill them. Okay, but if you select this one, you'll be able to do some more to kill people even easier, especially if you want to go for the head. Really go for the head. But also, to upgrade it, to have a tick on it, it's going to cost you 250 for the bloody thing. Even though I've got at the top left hand corner, which will show you 1,812. Okay, so like I say, if you want a specific thing, you want a certain number to do the upgrade on it. Right, also, next one along, when I'm pushing L3 towards the right side, which is the next one along to do, which will explain that with your bow, this one is 200 this time, which is rate of fire. Basically allows the string to be pulled back, and when you hold the L2 and R2, you'll be able to get lyre to pull the string, and I'm going to make a sound for this. Right, so if you hold L2 and push it in once and let go of it, you get ping all the time, especially when you keep pushing the L2 and just keep pushing the R2 in, out all the time. You'll just get ping, 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 ping. Alright, so if you pay for 200 for this one, you will be able to keep pushing the L2 in, keep it pushed in, and keep pushing R2 in, out, and you get ping, 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 ping. Several other times when you keep pushing that R2 in, out. Alright, so when you pay for 200, this one will come unlocked to go green, which is going to cost you 250. Alright, but also if you did have 250 for this one, and you pay for 200 for this one, and this one will say 250, even though you haven't got 200 because you've only got the 50 from paying this one for 200, even though that's wrong for me because I've got more than that. Alright, so when you pay for this one will be unlocked and it will stay grey or go red. And what I mean when it goes red, it says you haven't got enough, so screw you, basically. And so once again, once you select this one will be unlocked for you to pay for the amount that's asking, which is 250. And also, once again, if you use L2 and push the R2 in, out, when you put the payment for this one, you get ping, 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 basically. And when you pay for this one, when you've got the amount, it goes ping, 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 all the time. It just goes flicking fast, really flicking fast. So you might want to use that. Alright, next of all, we've got the WWII SUBMACHINE gun, which is like a rifle gun, but I'm going to say it's that. Okay, sorry, carry on. Right, so now if you can look at the bottom of the screen, it will show you 5 complete, which even though that's the amount that you can upgrade on it, even though it's got a 0 because I haven't upgraded none of it. Alright, so on the first one on the left hand side, which is got a plus on there, as was 225 to pay for that. Now what this does with the one I'm on with 225, so when you carry a certain amount of bullets in your gun, as usual, at the top right corner, when I get the gun out, whenever I decide to use it, with L2 pushed in, it will show you a cylinder on the right hand side of the screen with, like I say, with a clock. So I'm going to use one hand, it'll point down to the bottom, even though that's not exactly what it does, because I'm going to say the big hand points down towards the 6, which is what you start off with, and I'm going to start with a little hand when it points with a bit of the grey that goes round the number that you can carry, because you start with 90, and when you go to the gun or whichever, there'll be a colour that will go grey all the way around to number 12. Alright, or however how many that the gun will fire. Alright, so say like the big hand's pointing at the bottom where number 6 is, and the little hand or the big hand, whichever way I'm going to decide to do it, and it points the other way towards the 12, which is what it does, which allows you to use maybe about 40 bullets, even though your gun can only carry 90 at the moment in time. But also when you pay for this one, which is 225, and it says 15 more, so basically the hand on the top right corner again, I'll show it to you, it'll go round the number in the middle of it. Alright, so if I go out and if I hold it up, L2 in, it'll show you at the top on the right hand side corner, it'll show you number 90, but also around the 6 and around the 12. So you got 6, even though you don't see 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 on there. So like I say, that number with the 90, it's got quite a lot of white patches around the 90 on there. Alright, so when you pay for that, that bar will go around it. If you use a far few more than that, which is 15 more rounds of it. Okay, next one along, which is this one right here, which is going to allow you to get Lara to hold the gun a bit more steady, for you to fire a bit more accurate than anything else. Also, it's going to cost you 300 salvage, and when you do pay for 300 for that thing, this one will be unlocked. Because at the minute, once again, on the right side of the screen where it'll say 350, where it'll look grey. So it says, you need to unlock me before I'm free to be used. So, what this does is allows you to have your accuracy a bit more on your enemy. Okay, so that's what that's for. Also, next of all, is basically reload speed, which is 300, for you to get your gun to reload even faster than usual. Okay, so if you had 6 people and you've killed 2 people and there's still flicking 4 of them left, and you're taking punishment before you flicking die, and your gun's only got about 15 bullets left in there, even though you've got 90 in total, and you're still taking punishment and your gun's going down to 4 bullets left, you want to push that square X straight away for the gun to be reloaded back up to the amount of bullets that it'll fire with that bar I showed you on the right hand side of the screen. So you might want to select this one to get your reload to boost up even higher, as well as get more quicker for you to keep loading it back up to the number of how many bullets you can fire, instead of having 90 bullets to be fired all in one. Alright, last of all, which is this one right here, which is 250 salvage to pay for. Now, this one, I'm going to use my hands for this. Right, so if you hold the R2 with L2 that's been pushed in already, and you haven't paid 250 for this thing, your gun's going to go about like that sort of speed. Even though it's going to probably do better than that. But still, when you pay for this for 250, you're probably going to get that even sort of force power coming out of the bullets of the gun. Alright, so you might want to do that if you want. Alright, next of all is the pistol now, which is SEMI automatic pistol, which allows you to have 5 different things in there. Now, first of all, on the left hand side of the screen at the bottom, in the middle of it, we'll show you the first one, which allows you to pay for 450 for the bloody thing. Our road, what a rip-off. What a complete rip-off. So, when you pay for this one, which allows you to use R1 for this. Now, what it will do is allows you to fire 3 bullets in one, basically. So when you pay for 450, you can push the R1, and I'm going to try and use my hands for this again. And so, when you push the R1 in, you're going to get that sort of free claps that I was doing there. So if you didn't pay for that for 450, because you say that's a rip-off, forget it. Don't even bother. So basically, it will just allow you to use your L2 and R2, just for you to keep pushing it in, out, just to keep firing 1 bullet at a time. But if you want to play crazy without paying 450, what you can do is just keep pushing L2 and keep that pushed in, and keep pushing the R2 in, out every flicking time. So you don't have to waste several bullets by paying for this with keep pushing the R1 in once for firing 3 flicking bullets. Yeah, that's what it does. Same again, right, this one, which is exactly the same with the WWI gun, which this is for more bullets to go into your gun. Okay, because the number of your bullets that you can carry is 50, even though with the cylinder that is on this gun, which allows you to have 10 rounds, which is also when I said with the cylinder, the number on the right hand side of the cog on the screen where I said about the clock with 12, 6 thing on it. This gun will allow you to have 8 bullets to start off with to fire without firing 50 of the bloody things. So this one is 200 to pay for and allows you to have 10 rounds. So you have about 18 bullets. Alright, so that's what that's for. Next of all, this one right here, which is damage. That's 200 salvage. And also, right, so say like you haven't paid for it, and I'm going to use my palm of my hand for this, and where you tap your hand, just little did it. So if you tap your fist on your palm of your hand a little bit, doesn't flicking hurt whatsoever. And when you pay for it, and you push the R2 in with the L2 has been pushed in, and I'm going to tap my hand again, a little bit harder, it starts to sting a little bitty bit. And so it's the same thing with a bullet that's going to go through someone's head or the chest to flick and kill them. And basically, that's what that's for. And also, when you pay for this one for 200, this one will be unlocked for you to use for 250. So same again, when I tap my hand again and do it a flicking bit harder, it'll start to flicking sting. So basically that's what the damage does. Alright, for the bullet to do a lot of damage to hurt people with. And last of all, which is rate of fire, which is 200 salvage. So basically, it basically allows the payment to be 300 for it. And when you push the L2 pushed in already with R2 pushed in, you're going to basically get the bullet to do that instead of that all the time. Okay, so basically that's what that's for. Also, we have the knife, which is an axe that Roth had, and we stole it off him. So screw him, but he's a mate, he's a mate. Also on the left hand side of the pistol, which is the name of it, which will allow you to find 2 parts of it to unlock. Okay, also because when I did the tomb there was only 3 parts to find, so you're just going to have to find 2 more parts of that. With this gun, when I opened the salvage crate in the last area, which would have gave me 1 part of it, and when I opened the box for the bow part, it will allow me to find 2 bow parts this time. So we're moving on. Okay, so make sure you keep an eye on your salvage and stuff. Right then. Okay, so you can move on by keeping L3 up and push it towards the left or the right, so you can just go round and around and around part of this. And also the stick of light that Lara's holding comes alive automatically when you've been moving on from the recordings I've done, where you can just allow Lara to just hold it up to light up when you're in a dark area, or either you can just keep the X or square pushed in so Lara can do it for you. Alright, right, also there's some more salvage crates right here with a 10 on the right hand side of the screen, and another 20 with 1,832.
Pilgrimage.
Right, also we're going to meet someone, which is a pilot.
The Queen. Himiko?
Yes, Himiko. You're probably wondering who that is. Yeah. Also, there's a bird right here, which I'm going to kill.
Captain Jessup?
Cassip Jeopard is the person that we are going to reach. Also, you can pick up your salvage, which is going to be 5 and 30 XP for that, killing that bird. Which is, like I said, with the skill point that I've used, which was shaped like a plant, which allows the XP to be boosted up even higher, like I said before. Alright, so So you want to keep doing that with your XP if you've not used it.
Oh my god!
Also, Captain Jessup's there. Well, Laura won't be going far, will she? And that's Matthias right there.
But you're just as naive and predictable. Kill her!
And Laura gets a punch in the head. How rude. That's not very nice at all. Look, uh-oh. Look, there's an axe kind of thing there. I killed a guy like that. Oh look, Lara's been carried all the way back. Somewhere. How nice. Also, that guy's got flicking stabbed right in the back. So he's dead. So, also, look. Bit of mess down on the floor. And also, Lara's been chained up again. But also she's facing upside up instead of being upside down. Because that's what you'll find on the first recording I did. As well as you can see some guys that's been tied upside down with their legs tied up with some string. So, also, Lara's got her wrist tied up with a little hook that she's tied and dangled on. So that means you're going to have to use your L3 once again with your L3 pushed down, and once again to get down you're going to have to push L3 down to the bottom and do a shape like a smiley face by pushing it towards the left, towards the right, and just keep doing it from the bottom of the L3 and just keep pushing it all the way down and keep going left, right every single time. And just keep doing it. Then eventually Lara will be able to do that, where you can keep pushing the square X. Lara will get herself free. How about that? And while she's doing that, a little bit of tea.
What's happening here?
Yes, Lara. Right. Lara's on our feet, and on the top right, on the top of the screen, it will say "Find a way out," which is what you want to do. So L3, and also with R3, you can move the camera around, where you can see where you're heading and what sort of only areas you can move around to move on. So you want to go in it with L3 pushed up. So I can crawl under some mess. Also, there's a tall flicking guy right there with a sharp flicking axe right there. Yeah, that could hurt. That could really flick it hurt. So, if I were you, do not, repeat not, don't go back the way you came, because otherwise you'll die. So continue going straight up this way with a load of dead feet and a dead body, bony person, whoever that is, or whoever it could have been. Also keep L3 up so that I can slide away down. How about that? Also, there's 100 XP right there. And also, you can find some rats, which you can kill with a bow or a pistol, whatever you want, to get some XP or some salvage. If you've been picking up some plants or for skill points. But these things like to flick and run away quite a bit. So there's another one. But also what you want to do is keep your bow at this angle and wait for them to come to you. Alright. Also, like I said, when you're in a dark area or in a bright area, what you want to do is use L1 and push that in once so you can find the animals or any criminal you want to kill. So you will be able to see your accuracy, aim at whatever you're going to aim at. Alright, so that's what I've done, which is quite handy for you to do. Alright, so it's always best for you to do that. Also, when you know your accuracy's bang on, what you want to do is keep an eye on your accuracy for it to go red and instead of it staying still at silver. Alright, so also now we can kill some rats. We can grab some salvage, which is giving me 11 and 22 and 20 XP. Also that one's giving me a 5, that's 7 salvage, 7 salvage and 15 XP right there. And another 15 XP there and 8 salvage. Another 7 salvage and another 15 XP right there. So basically you can do that if you want. Also now what you want to do is move on. There's also some bony skeleton things there and all sorts of things on the flipping floor. So if you're terrified, you better move on. But if you're brave like me, then you can just stand there all day if you want. Keep L3 up, where you'll find that thing, and also, dun dun dun, a shotgun. How about that? Now, you can push R2 straight away to flicking break that off with 250 XP right there. How about that? Also some people talking somewhere, and also, as Laura says, they're looking for her. So, so I can see. Right, also, again, there's some more rats down here, if you want to kill them for some XP or whatever. Oh, another rat there. Also, like I say, you want to wait for the red bit to turn up before you keep pushing R2 in. Because if you keep pushing it in, you're going to flick and run out. Also, that rat's going to give me 9 salvage and 15 XP right there. Also, this one's going to give me 9 and another 15 XP right there. I think that will do me for now. Oh, there's one dead there. Another 9 salvage there. And another 15 XP right there. So you can use that. Right, what you want to do with on the Rise of the Tomb Raider game I've done, where you'll find some white paint to say, I can jump straight over that, which is exactly what you want to do.
I hate tombs.
Really, Lara? Really?
A Sun Queen and a Storm Guard. Himiko, the first Sun Queen. This is Yamatai.
Yeah, Himiko. And you're probably wondering, who is Himiko? Well,
You're really here. And really, really
you'll
dead.
find out sooner or later in the game.
This is incredible. This looks like some kind of fire ritual. A sacrificial ritual. Horrible.
Yes, Lara, it's
Why
very
would the world
horrible, isn't it?
burn like that? A journey, a pilgrimage to... Is that this monastery? Pouring water. But why?
Yes, Lara, exactly. Why?
And there you are, Queen. Wait. It's not pouring water, it's transferring power. This is an ascension ritual. It's how you chose your successor. Oh no.
People again. People again. Right, what you want to do is get your bow and push L2 and push R1 in. Ouch. So you can put... Oh, camera's being a dick. Right, what you want to do is keep pushing circle or B to keep dodging around the place. So again, L2. Ow! Ow! Stop fucking doing that. There you go. So you want to push L2 and push R1 to allow it to pull the bell down and make it smash the door. So you can just walk through, but if I were you, don't do that. Right, now, get off. Get off. Right, what you want to do is get a weapon. Ow! There's a 10 XP right there for killing that sod. There's a fair load of these. 15 XP for the headshot right there, which is what you want to go for. And every time when you're firing a gun with some bullets, once again, at the top right corner, you'll find a number in the middle, as well as a line that will look like a bit of white, as well as a bit of grey. So when it goes grey, that means the bullets are going out of your gun. Alright? But also when you see some white bits around the 31, that says how many bullets that are left for you to fire. Alright? Yeah, I'll come for you for a headshot with 15 XP. Right, also there's a guy coming up soon, which is what you need to sort out, because he's got a shotgun. No, he hasn't got a shotgun. He's got a rifle. That's exactly what you've got. Ouch. Alright. So that guy that I stood by, he had a WWII gun. Alright, so you want to be careful of that. Right, again, L2 and R1, push it in. And get it to smack into the door. Right, also, when you're a first time player, when you play on easy, the people will die. And also, when you're doing that with easy, the people you kill, you will be able to not keep going back to the start from the way you've done it before. As you can see that I'm back here with pulling that bell down and smacking the door. There's 15 XP right there. Ouch. And also, what you want to do, when you see that red bit pop on the side of the screen there, which means your health's going down. So what you want to do is keep dodging by keep pressing that circle or B, whichever console you want, and just keep going round and round and round and round until it goes back to normal, just like that. Also, another way of doing it, ow! Another way of doing this is what you can do is use your gun and play a bit more aggressive. And what I mean by that is keep pushing that R2 in, out, every time. Oh, there goes that flicking ballistic gun. So you want to go for that guy and get rid of him. Oh. Also, like I said, about being aggressive with your gun, keep pushing the R2 in, out, for the bullets to keep coming out ballistically. Okay, but you want to be careful, because if you do it loads and loads of times, you're going to run out of bullets. Okay, as I said before, got to move. Once again, at the top right corner of the screen, I'm going to try and freaking find a safe spot for this. So like I say, on the top right corner, you'll find 22 up there. So you want to be careful with the amount that you've got. Okay, there's another 10 XP right there. Also, what I'm going to try and do, there should be just one more person left. So once again, there's number 18 there at the top. But also, if you look around the 18 there, that the gun has got grey, just grey on there. That means that your gun has got flicking no bullets whatsoever in the cylinder. Okay, so now when it goes grey, just like that, that says no bullets are left, as well as it will say nope. So when I hold L2 in, the square or X will turn up to say reload immediately. And so at the top right again on the right on the screen, you'll see the 18 on there, as well as around the 18 there'll be a bit of grey colour sitting on there. Also, what I'm going to do is use my bofulus and give a freaking punch in the head by pressing that Y or triangle. So they're all dead. And also with L2 that's been pushed in with the bow, you'll find number 1 in red saying you're running out. Hello, can I have some more please? But you won't be finding any arrows in some tubes around this area right now. Okay, so like I said, with the pistol you'll find a number 18 right there. Also around the 18 you'll find a colour which is grey, which is basically saying you haven't got no bullets in the gun. Because also if you look at the gun, it will look like a certain bit of the gun which has got a little hole between the arch bit of it. So that means when it's shown like that, it's got nothing in it. Okay, so when you have got some, the number of 18, instead of having it grey, it'll go white, which says I've got some left in the gun. All right, which if you can see and if you can count, that there's 8 of them in there, but the gun says reload because you haven't got none in there. So when I press that square, you'll see it go white this time. So basically you've got 8 bullets in there, and as I said before, the clock again, where the big hand is pointing towards the 6 and the little hand is pointing towards the number 7 or 8. And so like I said, that your gun is back up to normal. Okay, right, also with the WWI gun, it's got the whole white bit all the way up towards the 12 and the 6, even though the number is 90. Okay, so basically you're up to your maximum amount of bullets that you can fire out of that gun. All right, also you've also got the shotgun, which has only got looks like it's only got 6 bullets in there for you to fire. Only 6, even though there's only 8 bullets that you can only carry at the moment. All right, so also you'll also find some boxes right over it which are coloured green, which is what you want to look for because that's where you'll find your shotgun shells in. But also you might be lucky to find some people that's dead that might be quite generous to you. So let's find out. So like I said, there's 8 of the shotgun shells for the gun and only 18 bullets left. How rude. And also 9 90 bullets for the WWI gun, and only one flicking bow arrow to use. One arrow. Ah, how rude. Right, so this guy is going to give me 5 bullets for the pistol and 6 salvage. So now I'm going to go to the pistol, which instead of having 18, I've got 23. Oh, nice. Right, back to the guy again. This guy that's dead, he's going to give me 4 arrows and 26 salvage right there. And also, I have now got 5. Right, this guy here is going to give me 3 shotgun shells and 25 salvage right there. So now, the shotgun again has got 11 there now. So, this guy right here is dead. He's going to give me 2 shotgun shells and 27 salvage. Now we're up to 13. I only can fire 6 shotgun shell bullets, because when I push the... Uh-oh.
What the hell is that thing?
That made me panic a little bit, but don't worry about that. Okay, right. So, when I push the square in for the shotgun, I'm pushing it, keep pushing it. I can't carry anymore. So, 6 shotgun shells. Only 6. Right, continue on. Guy that's dead, right here, which is going to give me 4 arrows and 5 salvage. So now I've got 9 arrows. How nice. This guy right here. 5 bullets for the pistol and 23 salvage. So now I have got 28. Not too bad, not too bad. And also this guy is going to be 4 arrows and 27 salvage. And so now I've only got 13. But still, if you want to grab some salvage, you might want to grab some plants or whatever. But also, when you're in this area, if you want flicking more shotgun shells, then you can go to these boxes, which will give you some more if you really want them, or if you desperately want them. But I'm not going to do that, because I'm pretty sure I can kill some people and try and grab some more from them if they're generous. Right, also you'll find another door or a bit of wood that's boxing your way in. Also, some more shotgun shell boxes right here, just the one if you really want them, but I'm going to leave that. Also, basically what you want to do, blast the flicking door out, blast the wood out if you want, but also you have got a camp right here. But before I do that, we are in an area that is CASH with MONASH, with MONASTERY. It could be ministry or monastery. Pretty sure it's monastery. So it's got to be Cash Monastery. Pretty sure that's right. Even though it's got a CHASN, so I can't pronounce that right. So that's where we are. Also, we've come from the start over here. So it only has one camp, which allows you to go to 100%. How about that? So now, go to the campfire, which you can now go to your salvage if you wish, or go to your skills if you really want it. And also, if you want to use some skill points or whatever, you can go for anything like that, which I might do, to be honest. But I think I will leave that for another day, I reckon, because I'm desperate after something. But also, before I do end the video, I'm going to go to Salvage and show you the flicking shotgun. How about that? Right, it does not look like this at the moment, because as you can see at the end of the shotgun, it's got a little thing around it with a cross symbol on it, which is part of the upgrade on it. Okay, so it wouldn't look like that. Okay, it would basically look like that on the tip of it. Okay, so it looked like a round bit. As you can see, it's changed a little bit. Alright, so you can see the change of that bit. And when I come back to it, that little cross has come back with that round bit on it. Okay, so that is what it looks like. Even though now I've selected this one, it will show you a thing on top of it. Alright, so that's what that's on there. Alright, but that's what it's supposed to look like on the top of the end of the tip of the gun itself. It'll have that in there, just those two holes, which it will have. Alright, so that's what it looks like from the end of the tip of the gun. Alright, so that's what it looks like. And when I go back to this bit, it will have the top bit with a circle bit around it, because below that one it looks like just a cylinder that goes round it. But when you go to this one, it will have that on there. But if you moved back onto this one, which will have that two sitting right there. Alright, so if I go back here, the rest of it will look like that, just the half of it. Alright, so that's what it will look like for the time being. But also what I'm going to do is come straight out and get the gun to be pointed in a certain angle for you to see how Lara's holding it. Because as I say, the top bit of where Lara's holding it on the left hand side of her hand, so at the top of left hand, that the cylinder of the gun, the shotgun, it will have the two circle bits instead of having that little silver bit that was on top of the bit of the gun itself, like that bit that's on the top of it, and on the top of the circle bits on it. So that wouldn't have that on there, okay, because that bit that's on top of it now is the upgrade of itself. Alright, so like I say, if I move back here, you can see the two little holes that's sitting there right now. Alright, so that's what that's for. Alright, yes, we will go back into some more details about that thing, and hope you've seen enough of the excitement for one day, and you'll be seeing some more, as well as hopefully you won't be seeing no death happening to Lara, because I wasn't playing fair on her, was I? I was playing freaking evil, because I wasn't paying attention, or even just not looking after her than I flicking ever should. This is what this game does, see? So, like I say, I shall catch you on the next one. Once again, take care.